Chapter 18. Head over heels. I expected scrumming, agitation, chaos. But whether any of that happened, I wouldn't have noticed. Ominous's hands found mine without searching, his palms offered up, level with his chest. My fingers curled around his, tips pressing against the chillness of his skin.
"Oh, you're wearing heels,"
he murmured, his mouth quirking as he gently turned me to face him. I halted with a soft click, my shoes nearly brushing the tips of his boots.
"I like it."
My head tilted up, barely noticing the extra height. I traced a path from his jaw to his eyes, ice blue, his lashes rimmed with crystals of melting snow. "You do?" He dipped his chin, dimples flickering. Then slowly, his gaze rose, settling on my collarbone.
"You always move like you're afraid to be seen."
He whispered against my fingers.
"I know you're there when the air is still, but..."
His thumbs pressed gently against my knuckles.
"I don't mind a little extra help."
Posture is key!
Madame Tweak barked, her voice slicing through the rush of blood in my ears.
You there! Come here, boy!
Gareth turned, mid-conversation with Natty, eyebrows lifting in horror.
"Me?"
Yes, you!
Madame Tweak snapped, waving her hand like she was swatting a fly.
You'll be demonstrating!
Gareth shrank.
I don't actually know how to waltz, madam,"
he offered weakly.
Even better!
She said with a cruel smile.
Then I can mould you like clay.
She seized his arm and hauled him away from Natty, who looked torn between concern and amusement. Gareth shot her one last pleading glance before surrendering to his fate with an agonized frown.
Music!
Professor Weasley startled violently, then fumbled her wand at the gramophone sitting on the desk behind her. It sprang to life with a crackle, then spilled into the room with the bright, elegant swell of a string quartet.
Now,
Madame Tweak said briskly.
Place your right hand on my waist.
"Where?"
My waist.
I heard Sebastian stifle a laugh. Someone whistled. Gareth's face turned the colour of his curls, his hand hovering in the general vicinity of Tweak's robes like it might catch fire. I pressed my lips into a thin line as he swayed stiffly, eyes angled upwards to avoid collision with hers.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Madame Tweak counted, tugging him into a series of sharp, lurching circles.
And stop looking like a stunned goat!
She halted abruptly, her gaze snapping to Sebastian, who was still half laughing into his sleeve.
Yeah,
She growled.
move.
Sebastian froze, his confidence instantly crumbling.
"Where?"
Madame Tweak gave a theatrical groan, then wagged an impatient finger at Poppy.
Are you dancing with that girl?
Sebastian and Poppy exchanged a look, brief, terrified, then nodded.
Then don't say where, like an imbecile.
Tweak snapped.
Get into position!
Ominous chuckled softly beside me, his fingers still tight around mine, as though afraid we might be called next. I squeezed, grinning between him and Sebastian.
Couples, now!
Madame Tweak barked again, dismissing Gareth with a pat that looked suspiciously like a shove.
And don't stare at your toes. Have some dignity.
All around us, bodies stirred, the scrape of shoes, the rustle of robes, scattered laughter. Someone bumped into a desk. Madame Tweak began pacing between the pairs, throwing short, snappy critiques as she jabbed elbows into place. I tensed, gaze dropping to my feet. "I don't think I'm very good at this," I whispered faintly, trying a laugh. Before I could flinch again, Ominous gently lifted my left hand, guiding it up, confident, certain, then placed it on his shoulder. My fingers uncoiled against the fabric of his jacket, warm beneath his palm as it lingered for a little longer than necessary. Then, in one smooth motion, his hand slipped to my waist. Our joined hands rose, fingers laced tightly.
"Elbows up."
He murmured, his chest closing in as he straightened. His touch, searing. "Like this?" I couldn't breathe.
"Exactly like this."
Madame Tweak walked past us. She didn't stop. Ominous angled his head toward the gramophone, listening as though studying the rhythm of the violins before trusting the floor beneath us. Around us, the room began to turn. My gaze first caught on Sebastian and Poppy, leaning into their first rotation. Poppy watching her toes, Sebastian watching her. When she pushed instead of pulled, he let her. I saw his lips move. "You lead then." She shook her head, tucking it against his shoulder. Gareth and Natty were a whirlwind of limbs and giggles. He attempted a twirl. It went poorly. She collided with his chest, clutching his robes to stay upright. Madame Tweak tisked from the corner, but they only laughed harder. A few steps beyond them, Imelda and Drogon danced like honor was at stake, immaculate, flawless, with the finesse of a duel. Every step a prize to be won. A little less tense, but every bit as concentrated, were Henrietta and her boyfriend Norman, both counting steps aloud in hushed voices. They smiled when they got it right, heads too close, cheeks too red. Anne and Nerida moved freely, full of rhythm and joy, not chaotic but confident. Neither led. They took turns mid-spiral, snorted, adjusted, kept going. And then there was us.
Ready?
I think so. And we moved. Ominous didn't hesitate. A sharp breath escaped me as he pulled me into the first sequence of steps. Too close. My stomach lurched at each turn, my grip on his hand tightening, knees shaking. Whenever I felt myself about to slip, his hand was steady at my waist, fingers curving into the small of my back. I leaned into his touch, my gaze drifting from my toes to his neck, to the place where my thumb accidentally brushed his collarbone. My shoe connected with his boot. "Sorry," he smiled.
You're doing fine.
He murmured, his tone infuriatingly calm.
Aside from the assassination attempt on my toes.
I huffed, glaring up at him in mock offense. "How are you so good at this?" I asked, as he pulled me into another breathless spiral.
It's one of the few benefits of being forced into 100 pure blood galas.
Ominous replied. His hand at my waist tightened just slightly. The music changed. He glided. I floated, then stumbled, wrong time, wrong foot. But it didn't matter. We clicked into place. Each shift, each subtle pressure told me what to do. He leaned in. His breath brushed my temple.
You're a natural.
"Don't make fun of me." A chuckle.
I'm not.
Heat flared on my cheeks. My gaze roamed freely now. Someone laughed nearby. I heard the shuffle of shoes, Madame Tweak's bark, a yelp, probably another toe-smashing incident. I blocked it all out and closed my eyes, just for a moment. My head was a cloud.